Word problems with decimal subtraction and division. Mr. Edwards has a class of 14 students. Miss Edwards, she can spend $21 on each student to buy math supplies for the year. So the first thing we want to do is figure out how much money that she has total that she can spend. I prefer the lattice method for multiplication, but if you like a different method, you can do that. Lattice multiplication, I have 14 on the top, 21 on the side, and I make rectangles, separating each one of those digits with horizontal and vertical lines, and then separate each of those rectangles with diagonals. Then I start multiplying. So 1 times 2 is 2, 4 times 2 is 8, you're going up and over. 1 times 1 is 1, and 4 times 1 is 4. After I filled in all the boxes and diagonals, then I look at just the diagonals, and I have those color coded so you can see what I can do. You're going to go from right to left, and you're going to add everything in each diagonal. So this is a 4. 8 plus 0 plus 1 is 9. 0 plus 2 plus 0 is 2. And this is a 0. So the total amount of money that she has is $294. However, she buys all of her students calculators, which cost a total of $64.96. So she has to take that out of whatever total she had that she could spend, because she's already spent that amount of money. So I'm going to keep my decimals lined up. Okay, from right to left, 0 take away 6. You need to borrow from the 40. So when you borrow 1 from 40, you call that a 39, carry the 1 over here. So now you can actually subtract. 10 take away 6 is 4. 9 take away 9 is 0. 3 take away 4, you need to borrow from the 9, call that an 8, carry the 1 over. 13 take away 4 is 9. 8 take away 6 is 2. And then bring down this 2. So she has $229.04, and she's got to split that among 14 students. So now what I do is I write that as a fraction without the decimal like this, divided by 14. I notice that those are even numbers, so I'm going to simplify by cutting everything in half. So half of 2 is 1, half of 2 is another 1, half of 90 is 45, and half of 4 is 2. On the bottom, half of 14 is 7. So now it's really easy to divide. 7 goes into 11 one time with 4 left over. 7 goes into 44 6 times. 6 times 7 is 42, so you had 2 left over. 7 goes into 25 3 times. 3 times 7 is 21, so you had 4 left over. And 7 goes into 42 6 times. So the original number had 2 numbers after the decimal, so you make 2 numbers after your decimal. So she can spend $16.36 on each student. Okay, the next one, Ms. Thomas has a class of 18 students. She can spend $18 on each student to buy math supplies for the year. So again, I'm going to use my lattice multiplication, 18 times 18. So 1 times 1 is 1. 8 times 1 is 8. 1 times 8 is 8. And 8 times 8 is 64. I'm going to add my diagonals starting from right to left. So I've got 4. 8 plus 6 plus 8, that is 22. Carry the 2 to the next diagonal like this, and then add that diagonal. 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 0 is 3, and then this diagonal is 0. So she has $324 that she can spend. But she already bought all of her students a calculator, so she already spent $122.76. So let's figure out how much total that she has left to spend. So we can't do 0 minus 6, so we got to borrow from the 40. That would be 39, and then carry the 1. 10 take away 6 is 4, 9 take away 7 is 2, 3 take away 2 is 1, 2 take away 2 is 0, 3 take away 1 is 2. So she has a total of $201.24. I'm going to write that as a fraction, leaving out the decimals. And you're dividing among 18 students. So they're even numbers. I'm going to start cutting everything in half. So half of 20 is 10. Half of 12 is 6. And half of 4 is 2. On the bottom half of 18 is 9. We have a single digit on the bottom, so we can just go ahead and start dividing. So 9 goes into 10 one time. 1 times 9 is 9, so you had 1 left over. 9 goes into 10 one time again with 1 left over. 9 goes into 16 one time. You had 16, so that's 7 left over. And 9 goes into 72 8 times. The original problem has 2 numbers after the decimal, so you place 2 numbers after the decimal. So she can spend $11.18 on each student. Okay, today 8 friends went out for lunch. Their total bill was $62.53, including tax and gratuity. One of them ordered only soda and needed to pay only $1.77. So this guy, he only ordered a soda, so he didn't order any food. So I'm going to subtract that out from the total bill because that's all he's going to pay is $1.77. That'll be his part. Okay, so 3 take away 7, you need to borrow from the 5, carry the 1. 13 take away 7 is 6. 4 take away 7, you need to borrow from the 2, carry the 1. 14 take away 7 is 7. 1 take away 1 is 0, and then 6. So we have $60.76 that needs to be split among 7 people. So I'm going to write it as a fraction without the decimal, and you have a single digit on the bottom, so you can just start dividing. So 7 goes into 60 8 times. 8 times 7 is 56. You had 60, so that's 4 left over. 7 goes into 47 6 times. 6 times 7 is 42. You had 47, so that's 5 left over. And 7 goes into 56 8 times. 2 numbers after the decimal, $8.68 each. That's how much the other 7 people have to pay.